If your cat has ever slow blinked at you, then walked away and refused to look at you for the rest of the day, you need to watch this. Cats don't show emotional pain the way dogs do. There's no whimpering, no dramatic sulking in the corner. Instead, cats hide their hurt feelings in tiny behaviors most owners completely misread, or worse, completely ignore. And the scary part? A lot of normal cat behavior that owners laugh off online is actually a cat quietly telling you it's hurt, stressed, or feeling betrayed. Today we're breaking down 5 mistakes cat parents make every single day without realizing it, mistakes that are secretly damaging the bond you've spent years building with your cat. Stick around till the end, because mistake number 4 is the one almost every single cat owner in America is guilty of, and it's the one that damages trust the fastest. Mistake number 1, forcing affection when your cat isn't ready. Cats are not small dogs, and yet millions of owners treat them exactly like one. You walk in the door, you're excited, you scoop your cat up mid-nap, hold them tight, kiss their head, and post it online captioned "He loves it." But watch the cat's body in those videos. Ears pinned back, tail flicking, pupils wide. That's not love, that's tolerance mixed with mild panic. Cats build trust through consent. When you force physical affection on their terms instead of yours, you're teaching their nervous system that your hands equal unpredictability. Over time, this doesn't just annoy your cat, it actually rewires how safe they feel around you. Cats who are repeatedly picked up against will start avoiding laps entirely, start bolting when you walk toward them, and start associating your presence with stress instead of comfort. The heartbreaking part is that most owners think they're bonding, when really they're slowly teaching their cat to keep emotional distance. Real bonding with a cat looks boring from the outside. It's sitting near them without touching, letting them approach, letting them sniff your hand first, letting them choose the interaction. That's the moment they trust you, not the moment you force a cuddle for a cute photo. Mistake number 2, punishing them right after a bad behavior. Here's something almost no one talks about. Cats do not have the same guilt-based learning system that dogs have. When your cat scratches the couch, knocks something off a shelf, or has an accident outside the litter box, and you react with yelling, spraying water, or physically moving them away in frustration, your cat isn't learning "don't do that." They're learning "my human becomes scary and unpredictable sometimes." Cats live almost entirely in the present moment. If you punish them even 30 seconds after the behavior, they have zero cognitive connection between the punishment and the action. All they register is fear directed at you. This is exactly why so many cats develop what looks like random aggression or start hiding under the bed the second you walk into a room. It's not random at all. It's a learned association built entirely by Mastine discipline. The scratching post gets ignored not because cats are stubborn, but because the couch was never actually explained to them as wrong, only feared as a trigger for your anger. Real behavior correction with cats happens in the moment, using redirection, not punishment after the fact. Every time you scold a cat after the behavior has already happened, you're not correcting anything, you're just quietly teaching them to fear you a little more. Mistake number 3, ignoring their communication signals. Cats are constantly talking to you, and most owners never learn the language. A slow blink is a kiss. A tail wrapped gently around your leg is affection. A tail thrashing side to side is a warning most people mistake for playfulness. Ears rotated slightly back mean discomfort, not curiosity. When a cat shows you their belly, that is almost never an invitation for a belly rub, it's actually a sign of deep trust and vulnerability, and reaching for it anyway is one of the most common ways owners get randomly bitten or scratched. The heartbreak here is that cats are trying so hard to communicate clearly, using body language that has stayed consistent for thousands of years of domestication, and we keep missing it, misreading it, or worse, punishing them for reacting when we ignore their warning signs. Imagine trying to tell someone you're uncomfortable, having them repeatedly ignore your warning, and then getting blamed when you finally react strongly. That's what happens to cats daily in homes across the country. Learning even the basics of feline body language, tail position, ear direction, pupil dilation, whisker tension, completely transforms the relationship because your cat stops feeling unheard and starts feeling like you're finally paying attention the way they've been asking you to the whole time. Mistake number 4, changing their environment without warning. This is the one that quietly wrecks trust faster than almost anything else, and almost every cat owner has done it. Rearranging furniture, introducing a new pet without a slow transition, switching food brands overnight, moving the litter box to a new spot without warning, even rearranging where their favorite blanket sits. To us, these feel like small, harmless updates to a living space. To a cat, whose entire sense of safety is built on predictability and territory, sudden changes feel like the ground shifting beneath them. Cats are territorial not because they're possessive, but because their survival instincts are wired around knowing exactly where every exit, hiding spot, and resource is located. When you change that landscape suddenly, cats don't just get a little confused, they experience genuine anxiety, and that anxiety often gets directed at you, the person who caused the disruption. This is why so many cats start hiding for days after a move, stop eating normally after a new pet arrives, or suddenly avoid a newly cleaned litter box that smells unfamiliar. It's not stubbornness or being dramatic, it's a nervous system trying to process instability. The fix isn't complicated, it's simply slowing down. Introduce changes gradually, keep at least one space in the home completely familiar and untouched, and give your cat time to explore new additions on their own terms before expecting them to adjust instantly. Mistake number 5, assuming silence means they're fine. This might be the most dangerous mistake on this entire list, because it hides in plain sight. Cats are evolutionarily wired to mask pain, discomfort, and emotional distress. In the wild, showing weakness makes you a target, so cats develop the ability to appear completely normal even while struggling internally. This means a cat who seems fine, who's still eating, still sleeping in their usual spot, still coming around occasionally, could actually be dealing with ongoing stress, loneliness, or even physical pain that's going unnoticed simply because they're not acting out in an obvious way. Owners often equate a quiet cat with a happy cat, when in reality, quietness can be a coping mechanism, not contentment. A cat who used to greet you at the door and stops doing so isn't just getting older or being independent, that shift deserves attention. A cat who sleeps more than usual, grooms less, or slightly withdraws from interaction is often communicating discomfort the only way they safely can. The mistake isn't cruelty, it's complacency, assuming that no visible drama means no problem exists. Paying attention to subtle shifts, energy level, appetite changes, interaction frequency, sleeping location, is how attentive cat owners catch emotional or physical issues early, long before they become serious.